Cosmic Crusher got me onto this one. This is three clips I'm going to show you from Caleb Hammer Clips. He's basically consulting this couple for their finances, right? And this is so typical. Uh, this couple is actually looks match, as the Black Pills would say. But guess what? She's a lot older than he is, and she is terrible with her finances. So this is very typical. This young guy bribed her into his life by paying her bills, right? So well, let's get into the first clip.
What's holding us back right now? What is
I have
holding back
no
this
idea.
relationship?
That's the whole reason why I wanted to come on the show. Like I pay all our bills, I pay them on time.
I think it's me not making enough.
Yeah,
Well,
could
what
be
about
it.
the spending when it comes to what we're making?
I pay all her bills and I pay on time. Okay.
Again, we can lifestyle inflate. People can make $1 million. We'll spend it all. What? So, but that's what we think, right? Is you not making enough?
Right.
So do you?
Because I don't spend a lot. Like,
I
I don't
don't
buy a lot
wanna-
of stuff.
Yeah, but you don't. I mean, I
I
don't
do
want
have a lot of bills.
Yeah,
and I do
I-
have loans.
Yeah, I don't want to, step on your foot. But all the money you do have left over goes to, you know,
Smoking weed. So she's got a habit, right?
I don't know if we can talk about stuff like that.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I mean, you smoke a lot of. So I mean, I have nothing against it. Obviously, a lot. I want you to be honest when you answer this question.
By the way, everyone, this is typical too. This woman ends up admitting a lot of embarrassing stuff about her behavior, but she gets to be on camera. So that's a trade-off.
Within a week. Well, what do I do? $40?
Once a week,
Yes.
plus the $2, $3, $4 for Rillos.
Okay, so it was like say $50 a week.
Oh,
Like-
by the way, this is the least of the clips because $50 a week. So okay, it's about $200 a month, right? I knew people who smoked $400 to $500 a month on cigarettes. So I mean, I wouldn't hold this person accountable for that. We all have habits. It's like, so both of them working, they go home and they do nothing. Her one bad habit is she smokes some weed. This video, or this particular clip, I should say, is kind of a waste of time in that regard because I don't hold anything against her for that.
Or like vape.
No,
Wait, how many grams is that?
I don't know.
like about
honestly.
a quarter. Yeah, she just goes
I don't. It
quarter,
hasn't been that
quarter every
long.
week. So it's about
So I don't know all the.
You feel pretty dependent on this?
yes,
It
she is.
relieves me of stuff. That's yeah.
Okay, there is a certain extent where yes, recreational, a lot of people can do it just like alcohol, but there is a certain point where people have gotten.
And it's the
No.
only thing I do. Like we don't go out. We don't do anything. That's all.
But why? We don't go out because we don't have any money to go out. I'm always having to pay money. I'm always having to save money for the next bill that comes in, and when you pay
guys
later.
Well, hey, this is the other thing, guys. She's living that life that would make a man an incel. Like if a woman had a guy who was just, she was paying the majority of the bills, and he was just, even if he paid his fair share, and he was just coming home from work and smoking weed, and that's it. Eventually, she would dump him. So just letting you know that.
Card note. Yes, I am, but
As a couple, are you guys happy?
we fight a lot, especially for the finances and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's the
Notice what he said. Are you happy as a couple? He says, I am, right? She's there. She's a homely woman. She leeches off him, but she's there. She said, yes, that is the one criteria men have for women. She says, yes.
number one leading cause for divorce in this country is finances.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Let me let you know about this. Money is merely a representative of your labor. So the reason why couples fight over money is because they're fighting over labor. Who's working more for the other? Okay?
Going down the path
It's
of
our
the
biggest
conversation
problem.
we've had right now, I don't think anyone would recommend marriage. And I am not the relationship expert by any means.
Yeah, we're trying to figure it
but
out.
just
To be honest,
finances specifically. I don't
There's
want
nothing to figure out, dude. She's leeching off you. You either accept it or that's it. And if you get married to this woman, it'd be the exact same thing. And she's not a kind woman. That's all men. You bribed her, and the bribe has to continue.
I want to get it right.
I don't want it to be 2v1, but just from the language you've used about yourself,
Yeah.
do you feel like the anchor of the relationship holding it back financially?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What have you done to change that then? For the sake of the relationship.
I haven't.
Do you just work, go home, and then immediately smoke and you're just like satisfied with your day? Like,
I
that's
mean,
just...
I take care of the house as much as I can. I am working a lot right now.
She hasn't because she doesn't really give a shit about the relationship. He cares, she doesn't.
do about 25 to 30 hours of overtime in a week.
How many hours total?
Oh,
She just started. So she
yeah.
just started back
It's
in
been
January.
a month.
By the way, all you black pillars, this guy's success, right? He got his looks match. This is what happens when you date down as a god. Nothing changes. She's the same looks, but he's 25, she's 37. Right?
Honestly, I'm not sure.
Okay.
Say
Probably too new.
80
And then you're making
in a week.
you're making you don't work 80 hours a week and make $30,000.
I
Yeah.
just started as well.
I know.
Yeah.
So we might have to take more time.
30, you know something, guys? It must be tough to be wherever they're living, America, because I'd love to make 30 grand a year. I really would. I'd be made in the shade at 30 grand a year, right? So I feel sorry. Now, here's the second clip. Age cap couple refuses to be mature. First of all, it should be saying wage gap couple, because that's what this is. And only one person is immature in this case.
What's going on, guys?
Well, actually, I shouldn't say that. The guy's immature in the way that every man is immature. They're not willing to deal with the fact that they're bribing the woman into their life. This guy's going to bribe this woman. He's just going to have to accept it. It's never going to be an equal relationship, and he's always going to have to pay her bills.
Guys.
So, for me at least, I've really been trying to get our finances in order. It's pretty frustrating just because I do have to keep track of both of our finances and stuff like that. You know, our bank accounts, our debts that we have to pay.
Yeah,
And
that's why you're there for, dude. That's why she selected you. She doesn't really give a shit about being with you, dude. She's there because you offered her a bribe and she accepted. And that's why she's so smug and smiley in this clip. So quit complaining.
our her car note, which really I'm getting sick of that, to be honest. You know, having to back pay and all that. So especially with the age gap. I feel like I'm 25 years old. She should be at a better place than
This
where
is a
she's
big
at.
age gap. How did this happen? How?
You're full of shit, dude. Or I should say more accurately, you're naive about the genders. She is exactly where she's supposed to be at 37 as a woman. As a woman, she doesn't have to work for a living. And she's leeching off a man. That's exactly what she's supposed to be, right? You're projecting what you have to be as a man onto your woman leech. I can't say housewife because she's not. She is working and she's not your wife.
I mean,
Work.
it's fine.
It was
but
work. It
Yeah,
was work.
we were coworkers.
Yeah.
And that's how it started.
No one was a boss, right?
no, boss, no.
No, not at all.
Interesting. How long have you guys been together
That
now?
would have been funny. We've been here almost 4 years now.
So we're saying, if I just want to make sure I understood this correctly, you feel like her finances are holding you guys back as a couple.
Yeah.
What about financial choices and as a couple? Where are we?
I feel like we just there's some times where we make bad decisions and I make bad decisions, but I always seem to.
She makes bad decisions. The only bad decision you make is that you're willing to bribe a woman for fake love. That's your only bad decision, dude.
Call us out of that. I always seem to get us out of a hole and pull money out from somewhere I don't have it, or sometimes.
By the way, I've been in his position, guys, in the past. I won't go into details, but I know what's going on there.
To make
There's
stupid
been
decisions.
times I
And
have too.
yeah, but like overall, like where do we?
He's more stable.
Yeah,
A lot more
I
stable
think
than
I'm
I
a
am.
lot more responsible, to be honest.
Well, you've been doing the adult thing for like forever now.
Forever.
Sorry, I just couldn't.
She's been doing the woman adult thing forever, and she's going to continue Caleb, who also doesn't understand gender dynamics. This woman is actually not irresponsible. She knows her needs are going to be taken care of by a man.
Do quick math, so I said forever.
No, I'm used to it. He says the same
I
thing.
get it all the time, so
That
all
I'm
good.
so old. I get it all the time.
Okay, but like you've been doing this for a while. Why is? Well, we'll go through the finances and we'll actually make a determination. But why is he the big boy of the relationship?
Because he has to be. Sorry, Caleb, you're brain dead to even ask that question. He's the man. He has to pay the bills, or the relationship doesn't exist.
Yeah. Why?
Why is he the adult?
Yeah, he makes better decisions than I do.
Why?
He has gone. He tried.
Time to dance and prance. Notice when when it's time to actually discuss things and say what's going on. Dancing and prancing, right?
Tries to go higher and pay from the time we've been together. He's gone up.
The answer is she doesn't want to work, and she wants him to work for her. That's why there's dancing and prancing.
Up and up and up, and I haven't. I've
Why?
gone down.
Down? Why?
Yeah, I've gone down.
Yes, it was a
Making
big drop.
rational decisions, and I left my job, and then I had to get another one that was a lower pay, so that didn't help
And
out.
this is something, guys, I finally got rid of a job I hated. But man, I couldn't just pick one up the next day. It took me over a year to find the pay. Like these do nothing women, they can pick up jobs like that. It's there's no comparison.
Out.
Yeah, that kind of blindsided me too. I mean, we had been talking about it. She has some issues with her boss, but she called me one day and she's like, "Hey, do you mind if I quit my job? Getting tired of my boss." And I was like, "Well, not. I mean, you have to find another job first, but
Yeah.
I don't mind. Toxic environment. That whatever." But she said, "I already did." And I'm like, "Well,
Exactly. And this is the standard relationship. The woman does what she wants and then wants to pretend that that they're a partnership. No, she's trying to smooth things over, but she's already done it, right? This is standard.
well, then why are you calling me, asking me if you you
Are
already
we
quit
making
your boss?"
financial decisions as a couple right now?
Yeah, no,
Not really.
Why?
no.
What are we trying to do? What's our goal? What's our future? What are we trying to do as a partnership? Are we trying to get married? Is this a long-term thing? Where
For
are
me,
we going with
for
this?
me, yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
We want the house. We want to get better. We want.
You hear that? He wants a marriage because he thinks that's going to nail her down. This very homely, lazy, do-nothing woman. She wants the house. When she says marriage, she means an increase in her living style. Do you see the difference between the aims of these people, of the sexes?
Credit are better. Our credit to be better.
Okay, well, you both have things in collection.
Right, for sure.
Yes.
Yes.
How are you the responsible one, by the way?
I feel like
And because he has to be genius, he's the guy.
I just make more money. And
Okay, but what we choose to do with our money is what comes out
right,
of your
absolutely.
responsibility.
But
Make $1 million a year and you can be the most irresponsible guy in the face of the
right,
planet.
but you also got to look at everything as a whole. I'm making a lot more money, but I'm also
You just get it admitted that this woman irresponsibly dropped her job without finding another one, right? So you're making excuses. Don't come in here and make excuses, dude. You shouldn't be here. You should accept your servitude. This is what the relationships between the sexes are. The male accepts servitude. So there's no reason for you to be here. There's nothing to incentivize this woman to change her ways. Because you don't pony up, she'll just leave the relationship. She doesn't give a shit about that.
Having to spend more money helping us out or helping us with bills and past due bills. I've been getting my stuff on track. We just moved into a house that, you know, our rent isn't that much and I've been paying myself off, but it's so much and it's so bad. Plus I had some things happen in the past, like with college and stuff like that. So
What's your current income?
I make about 55 to 60,000 a year,
Wow.
depending on overtime and bonuses and stuff like that.
What about you?
I probably 30,000.
There's the wage gap, guys, right? There's the wage gap right there. It's a earnings gap. This is more proof. This is standard, right? No one's holding women down. What it is, men are holding women up. That's where the wage gap. This is where the wage gaps come from. Men are holding women up, not down.
Awesome. Yeah.
Okay. Now I have to go off this on an individual way. You guys are not married. Your guys' finances are not combined, except for one card. We're on a card together. It looks like one credit card. One.
Yeah, one
Yes.
credit card.
Correct.
Yes.
Why?
I did that just so I thought I was more than capable of paying the bills, but you know, stuff happened and you know, we
Are
split
you the
off.
responsible
I
one?
know I'm trying to be. I really try to be, but you know, there's also a lot of stuff in our relationship
He is the responsible one, right?
that's separate from the finances that we've been rocky on. You know, we've taken a break a few times and
Really?
I
How many
had-
times in 4 years?
twice. Yeah, twice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's a little.
So does opening a credit card together
well, we did that.
make sense?
I did that before we decided to split off. It's always. I mean,
When
it's
was
always
the
been.
most recent split?
And last year.
20.
That was very stupid, of course, what he's done. He figures he knows maybe what she'll buy then, is what I'm guessing. But really, it's a stupid move. They should have separate cards. And if she wants to blow her out of the water and tank her, credit rating, let her do it because his will still be good. Now, if she tanks both theirs, what's he going to do? Well, let's face it. He wants her around. He's willing to pay everything. Everything. This guy has no life. Guys, this is what it is to be in a relationship. There is no life except to keep working to keep a woman around. That is it.
21.
No, last year when I moved over there to.
Big gap.
Oh, yes, he's correct. That's when it was. The
Yeah,
other
last year.
one was 2021.
His
Yeah.
statement of saying he has to take care of your finances and your mess and dig you guys out of the straits of death. Is that correct? We've let him talk. We've let him give his piece. Is it correct?
Yeah, he has done it before. I think
Well,
he
feels like he's
exaggerates about
ongoing
it.
doing
That's where I think he exaggerates about it. He thinks he's done it more than he really has.
No.
Okay. And I want to say I've done it too. Like I've had to bail him out of
Yeah, but I always pay you
problem
back.
too.
I always pay you back. Oh, and then I pay you back more than what you give me because I do feel bad.
No, you don't feel bad. Is that you're bribing her. You're desperately trying to keep her around. Dude, jerking off to porn would be better than having this woman around. Like, men have no priorities in their life whatsoever.
And I do feel,
Yeah.
I should be. I
I
should
just
have
keep
my own
telling him
together.
I'm
I'm
gonna
going
pay him
to.
back.
So
I mean, I am.
Are you?
Yes, I want to with everything in me. Pay him back. It's
That's a complete lie. That's a complete lie. This is one thing I could say. She's not delusional. She's lying. She's not with everything wanted to pay him back. She accepted his bribe with the understanding that he is the one who's going to have to work for her. So this is a straight up lie.
just I can't yet
Why?
because I'm not making enough.
yeah,
Now, you chose that to a certain extent. What is your job right now?
I cook. I'm a cook at a nursing home.
Okay. What is your job?
I'm a maintenance technician, assistant maintenance.
What was the
technician.
job y'all met at?
Yeah. He got into the trades to make some more money. Very standard. And she's a nursery cook, right? Who's keeping women out of the STEM fields? right? That's why men should be fighting tooth and nail on a political level to keep women away, or I should say feminists away from the STEM field. Because all they do is rob men of their jobs.
I was working at a nursing home. I was doing valet right before COVID, and then I got laid off from all that. So I was laid off for 6 months. I was getting that, that nice stimulus check and all that. That's why I got my car and all that. But as soon as they cut that off, I needed to get a job, and I went to go work at the nursing home, and that's how we met.
All right, I'm gonna give you a 3-2.
Exactly. She met him at the nursing home, and she found out what he made. He said, "What do you do for a living?" Every woman asks that question first. What do you do for a living? She found out he makes decent money, and so she went for it.
2, 1, go. On go, give me the household financial score. I'm going to say 3, 2, 1, go, and you guys are going to say the 0 out of 10 score together at the same time and see where your heads are aligned on this.
What do you mean by household financial?
Financial score. So like how good are we on our finances?
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm sorry, let me add some context. So are you the one that watches the show and you're not?
Yeah,
And
I'm
neither
the
of you
one.
are?
I'm the watch show. Yeah.
Have you seen the show?
I've seen a couple.
Oh, okay. So I give a Hammer financial score.
Exactly. He watches the show because he's the one that has to worry about finances. She doesn't because she doesn't have to. Yeah. This woman doesn't have to have anything in her head. She comes home from work, her easier job, and gets high off weed. That's her. And you know something? Guys, that's a completely acceptable relationship. Right? If a guy does that, he's a bum.
Score free in the link in the descriptions below. Get yours for free. It's fun. But I want you 0 being absolute worst, 10 being the absolute best you can be. 5 is kind of like average. I'm going to give a 3, 2, 1, go, and you're going to give me the household score. 3, 2, 1,
5.
6.
Okay.
6.
So
6?
Yeah.
Really?
you think you're above
Yeah. She said 6 because everything's going well for her.
average as a household?
I don't think so.
Oh, no.
Oh, I just said 5 was average. You think you're average?
Okay,
I think I'm
5.
about average.
He is average, Caleb. Where I live, the standard is for couples to struggle. Always. Right. That's the standard. So, Caleb, you don't know what you're talking about if you think these people aren't 5s. And she might be right. They might be 6. The homeless have increased where I live. It's all way far down to 1. So sorry. Now we'll get into this last clip. I haven't watched all of this one, so we'll see what happens.
Rent for how long? For like almost 2.5 years.
So you're 100% taking care of rent.
Yeah, like right now, yes.
Not 100%.
Why?
No, not 100%.
Okay, so-
Tell me, what's real?
So
No,
when we first moved in together, I moved into her house. I wasn't, good at home, whatever. So I decided to move
Moved
in
in
with
with
her.
me,
We
yes.
moved in for a few months. Then we got an apartment, and we decided we're gonna go half. We're gonna go half on.
Yeah, but you never went half, dude. She said she was going to go half, and you understood there was no being any halves to start with. You knew it.
Everything.
Yes.
And it was maybe 2 months in, and she couldn't afford it anymore. So for the rest of the whole lease, I was paying, what was it, like $1,200 by myself, and I wasn't making that much back then.
Yes,
It was-
he was paying rent for that, but I was helping with.
So you weren't making much money, but you're paying all the rent, and this is what you get from it. A homely, lazy, do-nothing who doesn't give a shit about you whatsoever. I won't just say that, hey, buddy, you're a loser, because this is the standard guy. This is what it is to be a man in a relationship. The average man is a loser.
Other stuff we needed outside of the rent.
What?
Who am I kidding? There are wealthy men, usually like Donald Trump, for example, goes through multiple divorces. It's not just the average man that's a loser. Men are losers.
What? Food. I would
So
pick
it
up
was
any
rent and
slack that he
groceries.
had.
Slack.
Yeah. wherever he needed. What he
Financially?
needed, if he needed something done with his car. I
So it
would-
sounds like we were still essentially splitting the bills. We just took care of different parts.
Yeah, but like I also paid her back for all that stuff
yeah, but
too.
he doesn't see it
Did
that
you pay
way.
him back for rent then?
No,
No, I have not.
absolutely
Are you
not.
Of
supposed?
course, then why would you pay her back, dude, when you're already paying the rent? Because you are bribing her. And she would leave if you didn't.
To?
No. And he agreed. Like, it was more his idea for us to do that.
Is that true?
Yeah, let's see. It's gonna be true. It's his idea, that's right. Because he knows that's what it takes to have a woman in your life.
Yes, but I did it.
Then we
to,
can't hold a grudge on that. If this is what we agreed
Exactly.
upon, we can't hold a grudge on that.
Perfect answer. That's right, guy. What are you doing here complaining when this is what you agreed to? That's why this woman's always looking so happy. She's not she's not crazy about, she makes excuses about her leeching and says she contributes something. But she's happy in the relationship for now. She's accepting your bribe. Either accept what's going on here or leave.
I just feel like
No.
I'm still at the point where I'm still helping out,
He's so
and it's
mad.
been.
Is that where we
4
are?
years. Yeah, I'm still
Okay,
helping out.
now why? Why have we made no progress on your end though? That's why I'm concerned. Are we just fully
Why are you asking? It's such a stunned question.
satisfied? We go work, we do our jobs, and we come home and we blaze up. Like
Yeah.
again, there's nothing wrong with anyone doing anything
Recreational.
recreation in a responsible way.
Mm-hmm.
No, dude, look, a guy who does that is by himself, and people call him a bum, even if he's paying his way. A guy, they call him a loser, a guy who lives her lifestyle by himself, people consider a loser. She's not considered a loser. She's a winner.
From what we've talked, from the language we've used and the lifestyle we're living, it sounds more of a dependency and just life satisfaction.
Yeah, 'cause
not
if-
out there getting done.
If he wasn't there, I would definitely go get a second job.
Would
or-
you?
Yeah.
He's taking care of you though. He's taking care of you financially right now, even though his finances are. He's still taking.
She admitted it. If he wasn't there, she'd get a second job, right? But she doesn't have to get a second job because he's there. That's why he is there.
Care of the vast majority of the bills. Why do you feel no obligation to contribute to the household in
that's
any
what-
way whatsoever?
That's what pisses me off.
Sorry, not in any way whatsoever. But why not step up? Have we had this conversation?
Yes, we have multiple
Okay, then
times.
why have you not stepped up?
I have now. Like, I think I'm doing that, working as much as I am.
So what were you making before this $30,000 a year?
Well, I went from 21 pay to 17. So whatever the difference that is.
When did you go down? This January was the down?
This
No,
November
November.
is when I left my job.
Okay, well that
The typical wage gap is what? It's like the woman earns $2 for every 3 the man does. And that's basically what this is. Actually, it's 55, she's 30. Okay, it's almost double, right? So that's standard, right? The wage gap is there for relationships to exist.
okay, and when did you land a job after that?
In January.
Okay. What happened between those 2 months for all the bills across the household?
took
I
care
was
of 'em.
looking. I was looking.
For what?
For jobs.
For what kind of job?
A lot.
Any and every? Because I know you
Pretty
could pick
much,
you
like-
could have picked up something in the service industry almost overnight. Well, I'm sorry. What city are you guys based out of again?
Awesome.
Austin.
Oh yeah, you could have gotten some overnight Mickey D's, 100%. They're.
I applied-
I can't drive down the highway without a please come work for us or we're gonna kill ourselves.
Yeah.
From service-based industries here.
Yeah, and then they pay more than what she's getting paid now, and I'm like, we
What,
drive by them all the time. Yeah,
And trust me, I'm not saying
$18.
that-
But that's a low status job, dude. It's an embarrassment to work there. So she's not going to go for that. Women go for the status, right? So she's not going to lower herself, even if the job makes more money. That's what guys do.
Job's good. I'm not saying I'm not saying it's an enjoyable job. I'm not saying it's a job I want you to make a career off of, but it's one where things are and all of a sudden I'm putting the burden on someone else. I'm gonna.
Dude, you idiot. How'd you get the age that you are and not recognize reality for what it is? Caleb? Why are you talking to this woman like she's a guy? This woman actually isn't irresponsible, right? This guy's willing to look after her, and she knows it. And she's standard. She's the standard woman. She has this in her pocket. Women don't get into relationships unless the guy is not going to pay for her lifestyle. It's that simple. So this guy's talking like he doesn't know what's going on in the world.
At least kick in as much as I can by working some job that I don't like before I get a better job.
I feel like that's what it was, to be honest. Like, she was real comfortable, being at home for, 2, 3, 4,
No,
5
I was
weeks.
stressed. It's
Yeah, see, that's that housewife, the heavy duty housework that matters so much until a man takes on the position. Then he's a bum.
stressed me.
It didn't look like it, to be honest with you.
I even told you it did.
You sitting there
many
smoking,
times. No, and taking care of the house as much as I can. Not having you worry about.
but you don't work.
that.
But you don't work. That's what makes me upset. Is that you're not working. I'm working, 8 to 5, 8 to 6 sometimes, and I'm work on call. I work on call all the time.
know,
That's
I have
with all
my
that
job.
extra overtime.
Why are you bitching to her, dude? Shut your mouth.
And I come home and I gotta wash the dishes and I gotta do that stuff. And
There you go. This is very typical too, right? The guy does the housework. My married brothers, they're very much like that too. One of them comes home, does all the cooking, right? Because the bribe is increased, right?
it's like really, do I really have to?
No, you didn't.
We get in the fight, about that too. For me, I'm real traditional. I like to, pay those bills and come home and not have to worry about too much.
Yeah, I'm more traditional. In other words, I know what it takes before a woman says yes, right? Notice it's always the men that say they're traditional. This woman is just as traditional as he is. She's doing the traditional housewife leech, right? But I bet she thinks she's a progressive person.
Much. And
Okay, that's what you like. What do you like? Because it's a two-way street.
I would like that, but
Okay, then
I would
we're
like
both on the
it,
same
but
page about it.
See all the hesitation? The hesitation is there because what she's really saying is, I like things as they are. I have a lifestyle that's twice as good as the work I'm putting into it. And I get to home and have a stress-free weed fest.
Why is that not happening then?
no, because even if that does happen, he's still gonna get on me about something. He's still gonna get on me. So why not
that what
just
you do?
get my job?
sometimes, but
Absolutely.
I do, I'm not
Are
gonna
you
lie.
a relentless bickerer?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I think that it's
I don't
valid.
think anyone ever appreciates that.
I think it's
Well, you're basically taking on the woman's position then, right? The woman works, she has a man in her life who isn't making as much, and then she comes home and gets on his case continually, right? Only it wouldn't last very long. We should end up just getting up and leaving because the woman isn't tied into the relationship like you.
valid though. Like, I'm not gonna say here and say it's not valid. It's absolutely valid. I feel like I've held my end of the deal up, and it's time for the other side.
But if you agree on that's how it's gonna go, then there should be nothing else to say about it.
She's right about that. Sorry, dude, you agreed to every bit of this. Who are you to complain? You took on the workhorse role. Do your work, horse.
Yeah, but you also agree that you're gonna help me also. So it's
Our agreements don't mean shit, dude. Women's agreements with men mean shit. If men don't understand that by now, we are failed as a race.
Like, why do I have to agree and why do I have to, you know what I mean?
Go with
It's
me
a species.
here. We'll start with you. Where is she letting down in this agreement? In this agreement that I don't think we're fully aligned on. Where is
Right.
she letting you down?
Money.
Okay, well, that's not what you were
No.
just talking about there.
But
Oh.
you were gonna pay as far as you paying
Oh,
everything. And
yeah, no, the house. Yeah, like, we have laundry that's piled up and we got laundry all over the floor and the dogs are a mess and dishes need
Yeah, of course. She doesn't work for a living, dude. Right? She's leeching off you. It's a standard. Yeah.
to be washed and,
it
I
wasn't
get,
like that when I wasn't working.
Well,
No.
let's do you. Where is he letting you down in this agreement, this specific agreement that we feel like we've made? Where has he failed this agreement?
See, all this hesitation. In other words, he hasn't let her down. He's done everything he's supposed to do. But now they're in front of a camera and she has to make something up.
I guess he's just bossy when it comes to it, and
And it was
if
agreed
I
not to
need
be?
money, he doesn't agree with it, it won't happen.
So if she wants to leech off him and he doesn't agree with it, it doesn't happen. Okay. Okay. Age cap couple refuses to be mature. No. I'm sorry, Caleb. You don't know how things work. This is the standard relationship. If they're not being mature, then no one's mature, right? So, and even the comments, oh, one of the other ones there, or where was the comment? Yeah, this dude is still the dimmest guest I've ever seen in the show. Really? Well, dude, he's the typical guy. He's the typical guy. What's your name? 30-year-old old GM or whatever. Men are desperate to have women in their lives, even though the women make their lives worse. They pay the bride price and it has to keep being paid. Then he bitches. So sorry, dude, but you have no reason to bitch. Like at the end of this, the third clip, you admit it, you agreed to have her leech off you. So stop complaining, right? So whole video is to say, guys, this is what you're going to get in a relationship. Enjoy. And I've never been so glad that I'm a loser and I never got married. So glad. Bye, everyone.